When is it all considered too much? Now this might frighten some of you, but I am the proud owner of 48 PlayStation 3 games. Now, the PlayStation 3 is pretty much my favorite console of all time. It's a console that really got me into gaming because before that, I would basically just play it like on PS2 and stuff, and the only game I would play is just whatever the latest WWE game was for that year. But in Christmas of 2011, I got a PS3, a nice PS3 Slim, with Uncharted 2, and yeah, it kind of changed my life. Like, not even joking, it legit changed my life, and now I'm here. So, ever since I've had a job and money, which is nice, I went back and I bought a PS3 because I was getting kind of nostalgic over it, and I learned that PS3 games are piss cheap. Like, literally, you can get some of these games for like $1, and it's amazing because there's so much good stuff on this platform, and I just want to get right into my collection. First up, we have Alice Madness Returns. Now, this is not a game I have ever played. It is not even a game I know that much about, but I bought it for two reasons. One, I've heard it is a very good game, and two, come on, it has my name on it. Of course I'm gonna buy it. Number two is Battlefield Bad Company 2. This is the Ultimate Edition, but I don't really have any memory specifically with the Ultimate Edition. It's just, you know, it's Battlefield Bad Company 2. It's a great game. Now, this game was kind of my stopgap into getting into the Battlefield franchise because a young 15-year-old me I was like 15 in 2012, okay? 15-year-old me was starting to get into the Battlefield franchise because I played the PlayStation Plus exclusive trial of Battlefield 3, and I was just like, this is amazing. But I didn't have enough money to get Battlefield 3, and this game was only like, what, $20? So I bought it, and I was just like, this is really cool, and then for my birthday, I got Battlefield 3, and that was pretty good. Speaking of, there's Battlefield 3. This is my favorite Battlefield game. Is it by a lot? I'm not sure, because 4 and 5 are also very good, and I'm one of those weirdos that likes Hardline, so I'm not really sure if I have any say in terms of what makes a good video game, just for the fact that I like Hardline. But Battlefield 3 is my favorite. A lot of memories on this game, specifically that PlayStation Plus trial. I remember it very vividly. It was Conquest on Sen Crossing, and I remember seeing a tank and just knowing that, like, there's a person in that tank. Like, there's another player in that tank. Like, it's not just an AI, and I have to, like, pull out my rocket launcher and shoot it. Mason, fire the Panzer Shrek. But no, like, that's actually a person, and just, I thought that was really cool, and I bought this, I played it, and it's my favorite Battlefield game. Also, shout out my main man Cody, running around with the 870 MCS and a knife only on No Shark Canal's Team Deathmatch, and really pissing me off because I was 15 and I was just like, that's not how you're not playing the game right now. And he's like, I don't give a shit, you know. I was kind of an ass, but, you know, we all grow out of it. Borderlands 2. I don't really think I need to say anything here, you know. It's Borderlands 2. It's a classic. I don't even remember who I played this with, honestly. Like, legit, I don't know who I played this with. It might have just been with Cody and them, but I'm not sure. But I mean, you know, Borderlands 2. I always played as Maya till the PS4 version came out, and I fell worryingly in love with Krieg. Krieg is the best. Next, we have Batman Arkham City. This is, what the fuck? Is this copy always like this? That's distressing. This was a really, really fun game for a while, and by for a while, I mean, like one of those games where you just get home from whatever you're doing, like school or whatever, you just like pop it in and you play it for a while. This was Arkham City for a while, and this was great. It really made you feel like Batman, as overused as that phrase is. Like, it was pretty fucking great. I really enjoyed this game. I never played any of the DLC. It's something I've always wanted to get into, like Harley Quinn's Revenge and such. But yeah, this is really good. I liked exploring around Arkham. BioShock Infinite. This game is I have a lot of good memories with it. And one specific memory of the night that I completed it, because I was kind of marathoning it. Like, I'd owned it for a while, until one day I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna finish this game. And I stayed up until like 4 a.m. finishing the game. And I remember taking a break at like 2 a.m. because I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm fucking hungry. And I microwaved some sausages in a bowl. And I just ate that, played the rest of the game, and then got really fucking confused by the ending. Call of Duty 4 is an absolute classic. Like, this is where Call of Duty really started. Also, this makes me laugh. Most photorealistic video game we've ever seen. This game came out in 2007. This is really where the Call of Duty franchise started, because it brought so much to the series, like Create a Class, Prestige. Like, multiplayer wasn't weird. Like, it wasn't World War II. It was Modern Warfare, and this was like a big thing back then. As like overplayed as modern military shooters were in the PS3 generation, this was a big deal, and also it's a very good game, and the campaign is great as well. Moving swiftly on, the sequel, Modern Warfare 2. Gotta be honest, this game, extremely popular. Many people's favorite modern or Call of Duty game. Not mine. I'm a weirdo. I'm a really big weirdo. I'll let you know what my favorite Call of Duty is soon enough. But I mean, I'm not gonna deny this game is fucking incredible. The campaign, it went from just like, oh, here's like modern military thing, ever so slightly grounded in reality. This was just like, hey, you guys know action movies? You wanna play that? And yeah, it sold how fucking well. Like, one of the... I know Modern Warfare 3 sold better, but like, yeah, that game, Modern Warfare 2. Oh yeah, and Spec Ops. And they had Spec Ops. COD 4 didn't have Spec Ops. Black Ops 1. Fun fact. Every single game in my PS3 library has been rebought. But hold on for a second, I need to burp. Oh, Jesus Christ. Every single game in my PS3 library has been rebought from a local store near me, but my copy of Black Ops 1 is the exact same copy I've had since 2011, when my older sister bought this for me for Christmas. It is still my original Black Ops 1 copy, and amazingly, it still worked. It works just fine. And for a very long time, this was my favorite Call of Duty. I loved the Cold War Vietnam setting. You got my main man, Woods. You know, that's my boy. I wasn't really big into zombies, honestly. Like, I played Kino with friends and stuff like that, but I wasn't a big zombies guy. I know a lot of people like huge into fucking zombies. They're like, zombies is why I play the Black Ops games. But like, no, like, I just really fucked with the multiplayer. Also, best multiplayer menu theme of any Call of Duty ever. And I'm not gonna debate that at all. Modern Warfare 3. Come on. I was in high school when this game came out. If you didn't buy Modern Warfare 3, you were a fucking loser, and I wasn't gonna be a loser, I promise. I'll wear Axe body spray and everything. That is me just stealing a Scott the Wasp quote, but come on, Modern Warfare 3, this game was great. I definitely look back on it like better now, because at the time, this game was kind of a disappointment, because I liked Black Ops 1 more. But like, time has grown on, or time has grown on. Time has passed. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, is that dumb saying? But playing this, like, 1 or 2 years, not 1 or 2 years, or like 2 or 3 years ago on PC with Infamous 1 and a bunch of other guys was really fun. This and Modern Warfare 2, and just maybe getting a new appreciation for this game. Also, getting an Xbox One and being able to play this again on the Xbox 360 version and backwards compatibility in like 2017 also made me remember that, hey, this game's actually pretty good. I was just kind of being a 16-year-old ass. Now you might think, well, what's the next game? Just another Call of Duty? Nah, it's just Modern Warfare 3 again. The reason I have this is because I saw it in the store. I was just like, ooh, a steelbook? That's pretty cool. And I mean, it was only like $3. Like, come on. Of course I'm gonna buy it. The big one. Black Ops 2. God, this game is like one of the best Call of Duty games of all fucking time. Just the campaign, just having like the different choices and everything like that, and just the multiplayer especially. God, the multiplayer in this game is fucking good. So many good maps, and just so well designed, and just Black Ops 2 is amazing. The only Call of Duty game to have decent competitive mode. Who would have thunk it? Also, zombies. Sure, transit was kinda terrible, but you know what? The rest of it was pretty good. Not gonna lie, the rest of it was pretty good. On the opposite side of things of being good, ghosts. So yeah, this game was received poorly. Honestly though, I didn't hate it. I never played the campaign, and I know a lot of people have said that the campaign is actually pretty good, aside from the ending, which I know of the ending, and I know that the ending is straight basura, but I honestly did kind of enjoy the multiplayer. Like, yeah, it's like campy, but something about the PS3 version, there weren't that many campers. And I know it's kind of weird, but like, it was fun on the PS3 version. I never played the PS4 version. And one of my favorite YouTube videos of all time is also by my friend Cody. It's Battlefield 4 versus Call of Duty Ghosts. And the ending of that video is just genius. Now, to reveal myself as a complete fucking weirdo, my favorite Call of Duty game, Advanced Warfare. Yeah, this is my favorite. Again, not really into campaign. Like, there's something about, like, shooters where I just don't play the campaign. But this... Oh my god, fuck, let's forget that I was ever there. Forget he was in it. This is my favorite Call of Duty of all time. And the main reason that I thought about... I always consider Black Ops 1 my favorite, right? But then, like, I just played this game so much. And then one day I realized, like, wait, I'm 12th prestige in this game, like 12th or 13th. There's no way this can't be my favorite Call of Duty of all time, and it is. Like, it's just, it's so good. I love the multiplayer so fucking much. I love the fact that they did something different with the Call of Duty series for once, and just, they nailed it. This hasn't been topped since. I don't think it will be topped, at least for a while. Modern Warfare 2019 is fun, but like, it's just, it's complicated. Maybe one day I'll talk about Modern Warfare 2019 on its own. So, you might have heard of that game. Yeah, a game that, in a different way to Uncharted 2, changed my life. I've been playing Destiny since the beta on PS3. I played the beta on PS3, and I owned it on PS3 for a while until I got my PS4. I actually remember Cody and Terrence coming to my house and basically hand-delivering me a PS4 copy of Destiny about a week or so before Taken King came out. And just playing through all that, and then Taken King coming out, and just, it was really special. And I mean, oh fuck, I almost just, Jesus Christ. I knocked my tripod over, but I caught it. You know, it's Destiny. It's Destiny. How about the... What a landing. How about the Steelbook? Huh? Another Steelbook. This is my other PS3 Steelbook. I bought this for the same reason I bought the Modern Warfare 3 one. Although, fun fact, I owned this before I owned a standard edition. I bought this first. I was just like, oh, this is cool. PS3, Destiny 1. Also, fun fact about Destiny 1. It is a time warp. So, it actually did not get Rise of Iron. The expansion Rise of Iron, quite famously, it didn't get Rise of Iron. But if you're familiar with Taken King's April update, that's where it stopped. The light cap is 335. It was right after the Blighted Chalice was introduced, and the Taken Legendary Sword. And yeah, it's just frozen at 335. I think it's really interesting. Also, like, it really doesn't look that bad. Although some parts are kind of weird. Like the exotic weapon Touch of Malice, the middle bits with like the rings don't move. And I just think that's kind of funny to look at. Now, we're gonna get into a franchise I don't know much about, but I bought it because I want to know more about it and just get into it. Devil May Cry. I can. Oh my god! I could feel that while I was holding it. Oh my Jesus Christ! What the fuck? Devil May Cry. I've always been really interested in this franchise because it looked really fun. I played Devil May Cry 1 for about 15 minutes. I was like, this is kind of boring, and I quit. It was like 2 years ago. From what I know, Devil May Cry 2 is not very good. Is it 2 or 3? I'm pretty sure 2 is not very good, but 3 is like a return to form. But I kind of have intentions of playing it. I also bought Devil May Cry 4 because like all combined, like this franchise was like $15, and I got the controversial one, DMC Devil May Cry, or as I like to call it because I'm a stupid dumbass, Devil May Cry, with douchebag Dante. I'll be honest, I remember game sharing this game with a friend. I didn't play much of it, but I liked it. I thought it was fun. Now, a game I actually do have something to say about, Far Cry 3. I just noticed this is the GameStop edition. What? This is my first ever platinum trophy. Like, I was just playing the game and I really, really loved it. Fun fact actually, I'm gonna set that down for a second so I can talk about this. Back in the day, I used to watch a YouTuber called NerdCubed, who he still posts videos. He's like alright still. I don't think he's as funny as he used to be, but I mean, who is? I remember he really, really liked this game, but he hated the reboot of Tomb Raider. And the reason that's relevant is because I bought this game and Tomb Raider at the same time for Christmas of 2013, I think. And at first, I really, really loved Tomb Raider, and I didn't give a piss about this game. But I ended up coming around, and I really love this game, and I also love Tomb Raider as well. Tomb Raider is legit in like... It's not my top 10, but it's like, if I did like a top 20, it would be up there. That's like a really, really good game. But yeah, and this game is excellent, but I remember playing through it a bunch and just realizing like, oh, I'm actually not missing that many trophies for the platinum. So I got all the trophies I needed, and then like the last couple trophies I needed were for the co-op mode. So I ended up going on the Far Cry 3 subreddit, and I found someone else who also just needed the co-op trophies to get their platinum, and we got it together. And you know what? That's kind of just a fun memory. It's kind of cute. It's like, oh, we got our platinums together. Isn't that fun? God of War. Fun fact, I just noticed I swapped this out with my Uncharted 2 copy because I gave, like, case prioritization to my favorite games, and God of War Collection had a really nice case. My Uncharted 2 copy had that, so I swapped this out, so this is technically my Uncharted 2 box, but I don't really have much nostalgia at all for God of War. I bought this, and I bought 3 in the same way that I bought the Devil May Cry series, of just like, I want to get into it one day. Also, this is the copy of Alice Madness Returns. I guess I gave that copy prioritization too, because it has my name. Now, Grand Theft Auto 4. What a fucking game. Jesus Christ, I love GTA 4 so much. I'm one of those weirdos who, for the longest time, I liked this game more than 5. To be fair, story-wise, I still kind of like this game more than 5. I think, like, 5 it just hasn't really aged that well. It's just like really dumb, all its like stupid jokes that it makes about like society and whatever. I just don't really like it. It's so like over the top in its satire. But GTA 4 was just like serious, and it still had like the elements of like the making fun of the world. But it was just really great. I really enjoyed this game, and the multiplayer was great. It's completely different to GTA Online and GTA 5, but the multiplayer was just like, hey, you can just boot up into the world and you can turn cops off. That was so much fun. You could just go around being a fucking sociopath without getting shot by police 17 times. Speaking of GTA 5, here it is. Now, the reason I had the PS3 copy instead of the PS4 copy is because... what does that say? Maximum info... it said something. The reason I have the PS3 copy instead of the PS4 copy is because I just thought this was more interesting to own. Like, I've wanted a physical copy of GTA 5, but I just thought this would be more interesting to own than the PS4 version because, much like Destiny 1, this is also like a time capsule, in the sense that it didn't get updated after the heists came out, like the original heists. It didn't get updated after that, and I just think it's kind of funny, but also, like, looking back on it, I played this recently, it doesn't look that much worse than the PS4 version. Like, it's surprising how much they got out of the jank-ass PS3 with its, like, 256 megabytes of RAM. Think about that. 256 megabytes of RAM. Infamous. Gotta be honest, I don't have much nostalgia for this game either. I played it a little bit. Like, but I just ended up somehow buying Infamous 2 later, and even though I didn't play that much of this game. But I do like it. I do need to like actually play more of it because I love the Infamous series and I want them to do more with it. Excuse me. But yeah, Infamous. It's good. Now, something that is very fucking good. The sequel, Infamous 2. This is one of my favorite PS3 games of all time. I still remember the credit theme, how it goes, and I thought the credit theme was really fucking good, and it kind of had me emotional, and this is, again, it's gonna be weird, I don't really have much to say about it, but it's one of my favorite PS3 games of all time. I loved walking around walking around the open world. I loved the story, I loved the superpowers, and I thought it was really good. Because it is really good. Right, gonna go take a little water break, but we're back. Just Cause 2, here's some more of NerdCube's influence. Back in the olden days of 2012, 2013, when I was really getting into his channel, he had a 40-minute video of him playing Just Cause 2, and I watched that, I was just like, this looks like the greatest fucking video game in the history of existence, because it's just really stupid. Like, you can just, it's just giant open world, and it's just designed to be a dumb action movie, and you know what? It does very good at that. The story, who cares? You can go around with your grappling hook and your parachute, and you can shoot people in the air while you are also in the air. Killzone, I don't have much nostalgia for the Killzone series at all. 1 and 2, that is. I never ever played them, but I had nostalgia for Killzone 3, and again, oddly enough, not the campaign. There's something about shooters where just you couldn't pay me to care about the campaign, but I was really into the multiplayer for this game. I remember either Cody gave this game to me or I bought it off of him. I can't remember, and I'm pretty sure it was Cody, although it might have been someone else. There's so many people from high school I don't talk to anymore, but hey, they'd be surprised to know I'm a different gender now, but this was a really fun game. I really enjoyed the multiplayer. I played like 2 minutes of the campaign. I was like, who cares? And I just played the multiplayer. And you know what's really fun? Also, Killzone Mercenary on the Vita, very good. And then Killzone Shadowfall existed. It was a launch title. It did what it had to do. It gave me a thing to play for a while. That was about it. Yep. The big one. The Last of Us. Where were you when The Last of Us released? This was a big fucking deal. Just having this release, like, right before the PS4, and also it just being kind of a good game was really surprising, and by surprising I mean not at all surprising. It was Naughty Dog. They were really good at this. The PS3 generation is by far where they did their best stuff. God, this game is so good. Like, you just play through it and you would think to yourself back then, because it was like 2013 or whatever, like, oh, this is gonna be escorting Ellie around, it's gonna be like one big escort mission, it's gonna be really boring. And like, no, Ellie is a badass. Oh shit, I went to flip it and didn't catch it. Ellie is a badass. I love her so much. And excellent. This is like number 2 in my favorite games of all time. Now, another game that involves Cody, that son of a bitch has been in my life a lot. Little Big Planet. Now, the reason that it involves Cody is because I remember in either freshman or sophomore year of high school, in computer lab, he sneakily slipped me a copy of this because I wanted to borrow it. And, you know, it was high school in the early 2000s. You're not really supposed to bring video games with you and trade it to people. But I brought it home, I was like, hey, this is really cool. And then I was just like, I'd rather buy Little Big Planet 2. And then I bought Little Big Planet 2, and you know what? It's one of my favorite PS3 games of all time because it is fucking excellent. Like, come on, it's Little Big Planet 2. Nostalgia is crazy on here. Got my main man, Sackboy. He's made out of a fucking sack, look at him. This dude's a weirdo. This dude's made out of paper, and I vaguely remember those robots. Never finished the story on this. I mostly just played player-created levels. Shout out to the college level. Cody, you know what I'm talking about. Everyone else, mind your own goddamn business. Lollipop Chainsaw is a game I have not played, but I really, really want to. It's super weird, and like, it's really up my alley. You play as Juliet Starling. Is that her name? Does it say it on the back? No. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's her name, is Juliet Starling. And you go around, you kill zombies with your boyfriend strapped to your wrist because he got infected by a zombie, but he like, you cut his head off or something, but his head is still sentient and like, it wasn't infected by a zombie. I'm pretty sure that's what happened, is like he got bit. But yeah, really weird game, but from what I've heard, good, and I really do want to play it. I need to play it. Now, one of my personal favorites of the PS3 generation, Max Payne 3. My favorite Rockstar game. It's not a joke. This is legit my favorite Rockstar game. I really, really loved Max Payne 3. I own the special edition of it. And I remember, actually when I got the special edition of it, I bought it because it was not that much more expensive than the regular edition. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pause for a second so I can actually grab the special edition box because I still have it. Okay, got the box. I'm gonna put it in frame. I'm not sure how it's gonna work, but boom! Yep. There it is. Max Payne 3 Special Edition. And I remember specifically when I got this because I was playing a horror-themed Little Big Planet created level with Cody. And I heard a knock at the door. And I set my headset down, my controller. I went to go grab, see what was at front, and it was this. And I remember when I came back, Cody was mad stressed because he didn't know where I was, and apparently the thing that was chasing us was like right on our tail. But I was just like, hey man, Max Payne 3's here, goddammit. This special edition came with a statue of Max. Unfortunately, it's taken one too many bumps. It's a bit of a high flyer, and its right hand broke off. Like, it's really sad. I'll have to like get some glue or something to glue it back on one day, but for now the statue's just living in here. I'll open that up a little bit. Inside this inside this little box is where the game itself was with a special edition. And like, you got in here is like some art prints, and inside is the actual statue I spoke of earlier. But oh fuck, it's a big box. But yeah, that was the special edition, and the game itself is excellent. I really, really, really enjoyed the shooting mechanics and stuff like that, and the story was pretty good. I enjoyed the fact that we played as an alcoholic. That's always fun. Nice fun for the whole family. A game I have no nostalgia over, and I literally pretty much only own it just because it's kind of amusing. Medal of Honor 2010, I have nothing to say about it, but I do have something to say about its sequel, Medal of Honor Warfighter. I am one of the 2 people on this earth that likes this game. The other person is Cody. We play the multiplayer of this game a lot. And for some reason, we just got into it. Like, it was just really fun. It was really, like, just fun to play. Like, sure, it was just, like, Battlefield with no personality, or Call of Duty with no personality, but you know what? It was fun, goddammit. Been talking for like 40 minutes. Metal Gear Solid: The Legacy Collection. Now, when it comes to Metal Gear, I played the demo of Peace Walker on the PSP a bunch when I was younger, and I was just like, this is awesome, but I never bought the full game. And I've played 5. I really enjoy 5. And that's pretty much all I've played of the Metal Gear series. But I mean, this was like $20, and considering how many games you get with it, like, there's Metal Gear Solid 4, and then you get Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, which, you know, it's Snake Eater. It's a fucking great game. There's just... What is that one? Hold on. That Peace Walker? I guess it is Peace Walker. It's just the font is really small. And then there's another one. There's a different Metal Gear Solid 2. Let me see on the back. It's probably bigger. Snake Eater. Yeah. Whatever the fuck that says. The Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 of that. Whatever. Yeah, it has VR missions and Metal Gear Solid 1. But Metal Gear Solid 1 was, for some reason, it was a download. Like, it wasn't on the disc. You had to download it. And because this is a used copy, it means I don't get Metal Gear Solid 1. But you know what? I could just buy it from the store. It's probably really cheap. Here's kind of an oddball. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution. The reason I own this is actually because... Let me see if I can grab them off the shelf for a second. Back in the PS2 days, me and my family, or my sisters, were really into Naruto and the Naruto games. This is my original copy of Ultimate Ninja. I've had that for like way too long. just like my copy of Black Ops 1. That is the original copy of Ultimate Ninja that we owned. The rest of these were also bought at that store. Like, yeah, we were just really into Naruto. My sisters both still are. My oldest sister is the most into Naruto. She actually watched all like 7,000 episodes of Shippuden. But I was always like a Naruto fan, and I bought this just so me and my sister, we could have a newer Naruto game to play. And I was really confused by the fact that there's a robot Naruto now. And actually, when I got the game, there's like a little trading card of Mecha Naruto, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? Is this like some weird story thing that happens in Shippuden that I just have no context for? Like, why is there a robot Naruto? Need for Speed Most Wanted is really good. This game is legit underrated. Just because people are just like, oh, it's not the original Need for Speed Most Wanted, it's a weird thing made by the Criterion. This game is great. Is it just Burnout? Yeah, but you know what? Burnout's good. I'm laughing because this next game makes me laugh, because it's kind of in the same boat as God, what games was it? It was, I know Destiny 1 was one of them, but there's another game that was basically a time capsule. GTA 5. This game's in the same boat as GTA 5 and Destiny 1, but it's actually way more of a time capsule than those two games, because it's Payday 2, and it's really funny to me that this game is so fucking outdated compared to how it is now. There is so much that this version still doesn't have. You think the PS4 and Xbox One versions are outdated? Jesus Christ. This has the original skill trees. This only has 3 DLCs. It has the armor transport heist and the first 2 gauge weapon packs, and that's it. Like, this doesn't have any of the special gauge weapon packs. It's literally just Weapon Pack 1 and Weapon Pack 2. Weapon Pack 1 was kind of garbage. It just had a Scar H and an MP7 and grenades. But Pack 2 had the knives. I think it was Pack 2. Yeah, Pack 2 had the knives and it had the LMGs, so at least it did something. But just, It's nothing. It's so outdated. It has the original skill trees, and it's just so funny to me. Also, it runs like piss. It runs terrible. The frame rate is uncapped. Sometimes it runs really well, and the other times it's just like, hey, I heard you guys like slideshows. Now, here's a game that actually was engineered well, some might say. Red Dead Redemption. Yeah. Grand Theft Horse, as I came to call it, because I am a jackass. Yeah, there's a code for, what is that, the War Horse? This is a used copy, and this is also probably expired like 7 years ago. So, there's that, and you got the big old map. But Red Dead Redemption, like, come on. It's Red Dead Redemption. It's fascinating. Although, I prefer the Xbox One version because it's enhanced on the Xbox One X and it runs at 4K, and that's amazing. But I wanted a physical copy of it, so I just bought the PS3 version because, you know what, I don't have an Xbox 360. I own three Xbox 360 games, but those are just so I could use them on my Xbox One. But yeah, Red Dead Redemption. Up next is one of my favorite PS3 games of all time, Saints Row the Third, and good God, do I need a better copy of this, because look at that water damage, that is gross. This is one of my favorite PS3 games of all time, just because I got so into it. Like, this was a game I played for so long, and I'm shocked I never got the platinum for it. I legit only have like 30% of the trophies, and I think it's like incredible considering how much I played it. But I really got into it. I like the fact that it was open world and it was like GTA, but it was stupid, and I'm really a big fan of stupid things. If you don't know how much, Jesus Christ, okay, that didn't even fall off my desk. If you want to know how much I'm into stupid things, here's a copy of Chibi Robo Ziplash. I don't own a 3DS. I literally only own this because Scott the Woz makes fun of Chibi Robo Ziplash, and I thought it would be kind of funny to own that and just have it on my shelf every so often and laugh at it. I'm a really big fan of stupid things. This game is stupid, and I love it. Now on a completely opposite note, Spec Ops: The Line. This game is it's very serious. It's very legitimate. It doesn't want to be taken as a joke. It's very serious. But like, aside from jokes, this is a really fucking good game. It's very dark, and it's gotten some controversy thrown at it, or some controversy, it's gotten some criticism thrown at it in recent years due to the fact that it like forces you to do things, and it's just like, why would you do this, you monster, you subhuman piece of trash? But like, this game is still really good. Like, you would see it at first and you just think to yourself like, oh, this is just some generic shooter, whatever. But then the story actually like comes in, and you're just like, this is a fucked up game. And yeah, it's really good. Now, getting back to my favorite games, we have Tomb Raider. I mentioned this earlier, and it is in my top 5 of my PS3 collection. I would say it's probably my top 5 of my PS3 collection. It's not in my top 10 overall, but it's up there. It's one of my favorite games. I really loved it. I'm not sure why. Like, if you asked me why did you like this game, I don't know if I could give you an answer, but that's just because I liked the game. I thought the gameplay was really fun. I enjoyed the story, and the exploration was kind of light, but you know what? I'm not one of those people that grew up on the old Tomb Raider games, so like, this just being like, people are just like, oh, it's an Uncharted ripoff. You know what? Uncharted is good, and so is this. Speaking of Uncharted, we have Uncharted Drake's Fortune. I have next to no nostalgia for this game. There's so many games I'm just like, yeah, I've never actually played this. I've played it now. I played it through the Nathan Drake collection on PS4, and it's a great game, but it doesn't really hold a candle to the other ones. I do still really enjoy this game. Like, this game is really good. You should play it, but the rest of them are better. And then we have the game that started it all for me, Uncharted 2. God. Wait, no. I said Last of Us was my number 2 game of all time. No, this is my number 2 game of all time. Come on, dude. It's Uncharted 2. This, like, what do I have to say? Like, this game It was so amazing. Just having an actual, just the story and everything of it. Just like the exploration, the mystery, the Chintamani Stone, the legend of the Chintamani Stone. And then just, God, this game was so fucking good. I'm struggling to talk about it. It's like one of those things where I don't know what to say because it's so good. There's so many things like going through my head at once of just like, this is why the game's good. Like, oh my god, the fucking soundtrack. I almost didn't mention the soundtrack. Jesus Christ. Every time I would go through the soundtrack on Spotify, I would hear like the first like second or two of a song and I would just get goosebumps and I'd start singing like the instrumentation along with it because it just has so many good memories. Like, whew, God, this game is good. This game is really fucking good. And Uncharted 3. Now, this game is kind of special to me because while I did not enjoy the story as much, the story is still very good. The multiplayer was really Uncharted 3's draw. Here we go again, I'm mentioning his name. I played this a lot with Cody, and fun fact, if you go to my channel and you click on videos and you sort by date added oldest, you sort it by oldest to newest, you will find a bunch of clips of me playing Uncharted 3 multiplayer back in 2012. Like, the game in the theater mode, you could save little clips and upload it to YouTube, and I have a bunch of old clips of me playing this. And I think that's kind of cool that you can actually like look back on it and all of its 360p 30 FPS glory and be like, man, yeah, there it all is. And just the multiplayer was really great, and the co-op was too. Drake, where are you? Eddie Raja is going to kill you. That's a nice fun reference. Wet. Here's a game I actually haven't played, but I actually really like the look of it because the gameplay looks really fun, and female protagonist, you don't really get much of that these days. And the final game in my PS3 collection, which for some people this is gonna like be ending on a weird note, like kind of anticlimactic, but it's WWE 2K14. If you are a wrestling fan, if you are a wrestling game fan, come on, this game is legendary. Like, it was the perfect game for the PS3 era, because like every era has like the best game from it, except for like PS2, because every fucking PS2 game was excellent. But the PS3 generation, it didn't really have that. Hold on, I need to pause for a sec. The PS3 generation, it didn't really have that perfect game like 2K. No, I almost called it 2K13 though. WWE 13 was close. And then THQ died, so 2K got the rights to the WWE series, and 2K14 came out, and it was perfect. Like, it's just, hold on, there we go. It is just the best a WWE game was during this time, with the streak mode, the 30 years of WrestleMania mode, the roster, the creation suite. I still love the fact that you can take music from a flash drive and plug it into your PS3, and you can use that music for people's entrance themes. I think that's really cool, and I was really disappointed when I got a PS4 and 2K15, and it turns out you couldn't do that because of PS4's limited operating system, and for the Xbox One actually. I think to bring some of that back, the games should at the very least like add some Spotify integration or something. So yeah, that's my PS3 library. I'm gonna start bringing some of the games back into frame. Oh shit, there goes GTA 4. Okay, hold on. There we go. That's all of them. They're just in a stack. Yeah. Shout out. Oh shit. Shout out the PlayStation 3. My favorite console of all time. This video is really terrible.